All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll do a warm up, and then I also incorporated some balance movements in, and then we're gonna finish with some kind of full body movements. So sorry if I'm looking around, I'm trying to figure out where to look, but there we go. All right, so first up, we're gonna do some warm ups. We're kind of rotate between cardio, getting the heart rate up, and then also just some body weight movements. So the first one that we're gonna do is we're gonna do an elbow to knee cross, and you can kind of speed this up and go even faster if you would like more of a challenge there, but we're just going to do this for about 30 seconds. Go side to side. My laptop is giving me issues today, so we are using the computer here. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. All right, and 3, 2, and 1. All right, next thing we're gonna do is some body weight squats. So we want our feet shoulder width apart, and we're gonna come down, hinge at the hips, and back up. So we'll do that for 30 seconds. We'll do some body weight squats. Good, we got about 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, so next one we have is we're going to be doing some marches, but in addition to that, you can hold some light weights if you want. You don't need any weights at all. If you don't have any, that's totally fine. But we're gonna adduct and then abduct our arms. So we're gonna be keeping that 90 degrees in and then out. So we're gonna do that simultaneously while marching. So this again just helps with coordination and getting a nice full body warm up, and also kind of working the back and shoulders as well. So we'll do 30 seconds of this. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. 2, and 1. Nice. So next one we have is we're going to do some lunges. So with these, we'll take a step forward. We want to make sure that our front knee doesn't pass our second toe. And we're just going to drop down. Then we'll switch sides and back up. So we'll do this for about 30 seconds starting now. So get the single leg movements going. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So our next cardio movement that we're going to do is jumping jacks. If you want to start off, we can do some jack steps to each side. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, we can just do regular jumping jacks. So we'll do that for 30 seconds of cardio starting now. Good, and we'll keep that going. We got about 20 more seconds left. Halfway there. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So this next one is going to be more of an upper body kind of warm up. So again, we're going to be doing our marches. And in addition to that, we're going to be doing some arm circles. So the full movement will look like this. So we'll do about 15 seconds forward and then 15 seconds back. I'll go ahead and let you know. We'll start now. We'll go forward. Good, and we will reverse our arms now. So we'll go backwards. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so our last warm-up thing that we're gonna do is some chest expansion. So I'm gonna have my hands out in front of me. And we're just gonna really reach. So we should feel that stretch kind of right in our armpit and also kind of top of our arm. You can come back in, stretch, also feel that in your back. Good. And then we can just kind of shake it out a little bit. Get everything nice and loose. And then the last thing I want to do is some forearm stretches. So we'll take our hand, extend it, and we'll kind of push back on our fingers there. So we should feel that stretch right in here. Just push back to where it feels like you're getting a good stretch. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Same thing. Pushing those fingers back as much as tolerated. Good. Now, next one, we're gonna have our hands pointing down and again, kind of press against that hand. And we should feel that stretch on the top of our forearm now. So again, just to where it feels comfortable. You don't want to push too hard. And then we will switch sides to the other hand, gently pushing against. So these are stretching our forearm extensors, whereas the other one was doing our forearm flexors, wrist flexors. All right, so I wanted to work on balance. Balance is a huge component of the aging process. We often kind of lose our vestibular senses as we get older. So balance are three parts of balance are our eyes, our vision. We rely on that one most heavily. Then we also use our proprioception. So our feet are on the ground, kind of tells us where we are. And then also our vestibular senses. So it kind of tells us which way we're moving, when we're not moving at all, and when we're accelerating, things like that. So great things to work on. So the first one that we're going to do is we're just going to stand and we're just going to close our eyes. So we're going to eliminate one of those three kind of balance senses that we have. And so we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. And if you feel like you need more of a challenge, instead of having our feet side by side, you can do kind of a staggered stance. And we can kind of close our eyes, hold here, and then kind of do another staggered stance the other leg. So I'll go ahead and start the 30 seconds now. Go ahead, eliminate that sense of vision. So we'll rely solely on our vestibular and proprioception senses. Good, we have about 15 more seconds. Keep those eyes closed. We have about 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so our next one we're going to do is one leg. So if you want to hold on to something, a chair, just have that right by you so you can kind of hover. But we're just going to gently lift one leg. You can even have your toes still touching the floor, but gently lift just one leg above. And we're going to hold that each side for 30 seconds. Again, working on our single leg balance. If you want to challenge yourself more, you can lift your leg higher. If you want least challenge, you can kind of just keep your toe on the floor. So we will start the 30 seconds now. Good, and if you need to hold on to something, that's totally fine. We don't want any falls happening tonight. About 10 more seconds on this one foot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so we'll switch feet to the opposite side and we'll start those 30 seconds. So this works a lot of we rely on our ankles a lot. So if we feel like we're falling, we kind of use those ankles to kind of anchor us down, as well as our hips and kind of trunk to help stabilize us. So about 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. The next one we have is going to be heel to toe. So again, if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can take a little bit bigger steps, kind of forward and back. And again, if you want to make it harder, you can do exactly heel to toe, take 2 or 3 steps forward, and then we'll go backwards. So doing a little more narrow stance and challenging our balance there. And again, if you need something next to you, we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll start those 30 seconds. About 15 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so the last 2 we're going to do, we have 3 different planes of motion. So we have our sagittal plane, which is in front of us. We have our frontal plane, which is out here. And then we have the transverse plane, which is a lot of rotation motions. So the first one we're going to do is called rock the boat. And so instead of just picking our foot up, we're going to put our foot out to one side plane. So it kind of changes our center of gravity and where our body is in space. And we're going to start that for 30 seconds. Again, if your toe needs to lightly tap the floor, that's totally fine. We're just going to hold this. Aim for about 30 seconds, as much as you can, and then we're going to switch sides. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we'll do 30 seconds on the other side again, leaning in this frontal plane. Just kind of changing where our body is in space, making our body adapt and be balanced. Halfway there. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, so our next one, we are going to do similar thing, but different plane of motion. We're going to go all the way back, not all the way back, just tilt your leg back and just lean on one leg. So 30 seconds. Hannah, do you know where the camera keeps blurring?
I think it's because you're standing still.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Because it wasn't doing that before, was it?
No. So I'm going to try and move just a little bit so the camera doesn't blur and see if that kind of helps with it. There we go. So you guys don't have to move as much as me, but try to stay still and balanced. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we'll switch sides again, kind of moving our foot in this sagittal plane, forcing our body to adapt. Again, I'm just going to kind of keep moving. Good. You guys will keep that balance for about 10 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So that's all the balance stuff that I wanted to do tonight. So the next part, I want to do kind of targets more so the lower trap. So it's these kind of muscles back here in our lower back. And so throughout the day, a lot of us will tense up our shoulders just from working or just from stress. We hold a lot of our weight in here into our upper traps and our neck. So these are usually typically overdeveloped in people. So it's good to kind of force our body to work these lower traps down here. So I have a few different exercises. So each one we're going to hold for 20 seconds. And there's going to be 4 different positions. They're all cool little letters. So you'll be making letters with your body. So it'll be kind of cool and simple to do. So we're going to start with our feet shoulder width apart. And we're going to hinge at the hips right here. So our back is going to be tilted slightly forward. Our back is going to be nice and straight. First one we're going to do is we're going to make a Y position. So make the letter Y with your arms, and we're going to hold this here for 20 seconds. So I'll start the timer now. And just holding that here is going to activate those lower traps and our other kind of scapular muscles in our back there. So again, it looks easy, but the longer you hold, you're definitely going to feel that in your back. So let's see, got about 5 more seconds. 2 and 1. Good. Next one we're going to do, we're going to make a T. So same position, hips hinged. We're going to have our arms just straight out like we're making the letter T. And again, we're holding this for about 20, 25 seconds. And you should feel those scapular muscles really working in the back. About 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And the next one we're going to make is a W. So you can kind of see how my elbows are coming in to form that W shape. We're going to hold that there for 20 seconds. Good. We have 10 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the last letter we're going to make is an L. So we're going to have 2 90-degree angles, each arm, same position where we hinge our hips straight back. And we're going to do 2 L's. So 2 90 degrees. I'll move this way so you guys can see. We're going to hold that for 20 seconds. So your arms should be burning a little bit. I know mine are right now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you guys can grab some water if you'd like, and we're going to repeat that 2 more times. So we'll go through the letters. So Y, T, W, and L, each for about 20, 25 seconds. Again, just kind of forcing your body to hold those positions and work those scapular muscles. So we'll go ahead back and start with Y. So we'll come down, hips hinged, position, make the letter Y nice and big. Go ahead and start that. Four, 3, 2, and 1, and then we're going to go straight into the T. So we'll make a T with our arms. Good. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can kind of shake out if you need to. We're going to do the W this time. So again, elbows in. You can kind of squeeze your scapula, which is back here. Pretend you're holding a pencil between it. So we'll go ahead, same position, do a W, tighten those scapulas, squeeze them together. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last one we have is L, so 90 degrees. So we'll go ahead, start those positions. About 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, shake it out if you need. Grab a sip of water. We'll go ahead and start in about 30 more seconds. We'll do one more round of holding these positions, and then we'll go into our upper body workout. So you can kind of shake out your arms. All right, so we'll start back in about 10 seconds, and we'll start with the Y1. We'll get into that hip hinge position, and we will start to make that Y. And 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go straight into that T position. So you should really feel this in that back. About 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We'll shake it out a little bit before going into the last two positions. So again, we'll start with that W position. So we'll start that in 3, 2, and 1. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one, we'll go right into the L position. So holding those elbows at 90 degrees. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So grab some water before we go ahead and start into the full body weights or strength training. You don't need weights, but if you want them, you can totally grab them, or some soup cans or water bottles. So I'm going to go ahead and explain some of these movements, and then we can go ahead and start them together. So again, none of these weights you need super heavy, so water bottles would work great. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start explaining them. So the first one we have is a variation or progression of a shoulder press. So similar to what we did in the warm-up, we're going to hold our arms at about 90 degrees. We're going to adduct our arms and then abduct and press above. So we'll come in, out, and up. So you can kind of remember that little saying to help with that. In, out, and up. Next one, that'll be the first one, kind of more upper body centered. Next one we're going to do is you're just going to hold one weight in your hand, and we're going to do a squat to frontal raise. So we're going to hold our weight out, keep our elbows slightly bent. We're going to come down into a squat and raise that weight above our head. So we'll come down and back up. Again, making sure your elbows always have a slight bend in them. We don't want to completely straighten them. Then the last one we're going to do is a little bit of cardio. So we're just going to do some side kind of reach over touches for about 30 seconds. And again, you can kind of speed these up if you would like. So those are going to be the 3 workouts we're going to do. We're going to do each of them for 30 seconds. So I'll go ahead and get my timer up here, and I will let you know. All right. So I'll go ahead and start the timer on that shoulder abduction. So we'll come in, out, and up. So this is working our shoulders and also our back scapular muscles. Good. We have about 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we'll go into the next one. So we'll go into a squat and raise above our head. And squat and raise above our head. So we'll start that time now. So I like this because it's a nice full body movement that we're doing here. Good, and we're halfway. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next 30 seconds, we will do the tap overs. So just reach and tap. Good. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab some water if you need, and we'll repeat that 2 more times. Again, you kind of shake it out, shake your legs out, see what feels tight, be in tune with your body. We'll go ahead and start back up in about 15 more seconds. Good, so I'm gonna pick up your weights if you have any. And we'll go ahead and start in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So in, out, and up, in, out, and up. Good, and we're halfway. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll drop down to our 1 weight. So we'll go ahead and start now. And up, down, up. Good, we're halfway. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So our next one, we do the reach overs. 30 seconds. Good, we're halfway. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab some water if you need. I know my shoulders and back are burning, so hopefully y'all's are too. So we'll do 1 more round of this, and then I have some more kind of full body workouts that we will go through. So start in about 20 seconds. Again, just kind of shake everything out that you need to. And you're going to grab your weights. We'll go ahead and start about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In, out, and up. In, out, and up. Good, last 10 seconds of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'll set these down. We'll go into the squats. Up. Good, we're halfway. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we'll do your last 30 seconds of cardio. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Grab some water. We'll kind of shake it out and then we will go to our next one. So these next ones we have are upper body focused one. We're going to hold one weight in our hands. Hannah, could I have you move up the cameras a tiny bit? So we're going to have one weight in our hands, hold it about chest height, and we're going to press up, and then we're going to come nice and back behind our head and up. So with these, you don't want it to be too heavy of a weight, but again, I'm going to press up will be the first motion, and then back, down, up, and back to our starting position. So with these, when we go behind the head, the biggest thing to remember is we want to keep our elbows close to our head as possible. So we don't want any winging. We want to keep it nice and close to our head. So I'll show that just one more time. Up, back. Again, lightweight with these. So our next one we have is we're going to do some abduction with our leg. So you can have a chair nearby, want something to hold on to, and we're just going to kick out into that frontal plane. So you should really feel it in that glute medius, which is about on the side of your glutes here. So we'll do about 15 seconds. So this works your balance as well as your glutes there. That'll be the second move. The third one we have is we're going to come, you're going to lower into a squat position. We don't need to be all the way down here. That's more challenging, but it's great if you're just about halfway between a squat. So, and we're just going to keep that position. We're going to take a few steps to the side and about 2 steps to the other side here. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. So these are challenging. So if you're all the way down here, that's going to make it very hard. So again, you just need a slight bend and we'll step to each side. So we'll go ahead and start with the first one. We will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, behind the head, and back. So press behind the head, up and down. So this is working your chest, your shoulders, as well as your triceps. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we will start with 15 seconds on one side. So pick your favorite side. We'll start with that. We'll do 15 seconds before switching. 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch sides. Kick the other leg out. Again, really feeling your glutes there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now do our 30 seconds of these lateral walks. So we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So a slight squat position. Take 2 steps to one side. We'll take 2 steps to the other. Good, we're halfway. And again, this is working your glute medius, also your abductors on your legs down here. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab some water if you need. We'll repeat this 2 more times. So we'll go ahead and start in about 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. We'll press up and back. Good, do about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, we'll start with our abductors. Start in 3, 2, and 1. Good, and we will switch sides. Really using our core to help us stay balanced and stabilized. Last 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, then we'll come back to those lateral walks. Come in a nice squat position, and we'll take 2 steps forward, or 2 steps to the right. We'll go back 2 steps to the left. Again, if you want to make it harder, you can squat even lower. About 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, so that's the second set. So we have 1 more set. Again, grab some water if you need before we start our last one. We'll start back in about 10 seconds. Start in about 3, 2, 1. Again, press behind your head and reverse it. Up and back, making sure those elbows are nice and close to our head. About 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, 15 seconds right side, and 15 seconds left. We'll start in 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. And 3, 2, and 1. Good, so we'll do our last 30 seconds of those lateral walks. We'll go ahead and start those in 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're halfway there. Four, three, two, and one. Good, so if you guys want to grab some water, shake anything out that is tight, and then we will go into our last kind of full body movements. We may just do 2 rounds of this one so we can have some time for core at the end. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate them and then we'll go through them. So the first arm one, if you don't have super light weights, then I would just do this body weight because this one is a tough one. So I just have my 3-pound weights. So I would say 3 to 5 pounds max for these. If not, I would do body weight. So 90 degrees, and we're just gonna rotate, internally rotate, and then all the way back up. So it's just a short movement. We should really feel those in those deltoids, those arms, and then also your back as well. So it's called a scarecrow. So you can see why you kind of look like a scarecrow. So then our next one we're gonna do, we're gonna do a squat hold. If you have a wall by you, you can do a wall sit. This one is the same thing. We're gonna go into a squat and we're gonna hold. So this one I'll probably do about 20 seconds. You don't need to hold the whole time. If you need to stand up for a second or two, that's totally fine. That'll be the second one. We're just holding in that lower squat position. We're gonna stay here. Last one we're gonna do is we're gonna do marches, or if you feel up to it, we can do some high knees. So again, making it more challenging the faster that you go. So we will start with those scarecrow movements. We'll start that in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you hold your weights, internally rotate, externally rotate. So we'll keep those 90 degrees. This is a great one just to do body weight because you will feel it. You have about 10 more seconds. Almost there. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll go into those squat holds now. So we'll come down to a squat position and we're just going to hold this. So you can have your hands out front, have them on your head, whatever feels good. We don't want to be holding on to our muscles here. That just puts added pressure on our knees. So anywhere besides your thighs, you can place your hands. I was talking to distract you, so we have about 10 more seconds left. I know these ones burn. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So you can kind of shake your legs out while we do those marches. So again, we will be here. Feel free to do high knees, a little faster if you want. Good, and we're halfway. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab some water if you need, and we will start back in about 15 seconds with those scarecrows. Good, you can grab your weights if you want to use any. Start in 3, 2, and 1. So internal and then external rotation, keeping that 90 degrees. Last 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, we'll go into that squat hold now. Squat position or a wall sit. If you have a wall near you, you can do that as well. Good, we have less than 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And up. Good. Then we'll go into those marches or high knees. Good. Halfway through. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out, and we will do one last round of those, and then we'll do some core work. So we'll go ahead, start about 5 seconds. If you want to grab your weights, and we'll go ahead, start last 30 seconds of those scarecrows. Good, we're over halfway. Last 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Good. We'll go into those holds now. Squat position. Arms anywhere except your thighs. About 10 more seconds. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then we will go right into those marches or high knees. Okay, you got less than 20 seconds left. Last 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You guys want to grab some water, stay hydrated, and then give you a little bit of time, and then we'll go into some core, then we'll do some stretching at the end. So I'll go ahead and show you the first one. Again, we'll do this for 30 seconds. So this is going to be an oblique crunch. So you'll have your one palm on your head, and we're just going to come in and crunch as much as you can. So elbow to knee. If you need to hold on to something for balance, you can do that as well. So we will do 15 seconds each side, and we will go ahead and start that in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do one side. You don't need to completely touch your elbow to knee, just that crunching motion. We'll go ahead and switch sides. About less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So the next one we're going to do, if you have a small weight, you can do that, or just holding your arms out is a workout as well. I'm just going to have my 3-pound weight. So you're just going to hold that out in front of you, and we're going to keep our hips and lower straight. So we're not moving anything below our hips. We're just going to be moving our torso side to side. We're going to be nice and controlled throughout our entire movement. So I'll go ahead and start the time in 3, 2, and 1. So again, we're just rotating that torso. So this helps work your transverse obliques, transverse abdominis, which is your deepest layer of abdominals. because we're moving in that transverse thing, which is rotation. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we'll take a break on those. And we'll go ahead and repeat those transverse kind of rotations one more time. We'll go ahead and start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, arms out, rotate, nice and controlled to each side, really getting that full motion of rotation in. Good, and we have about 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. So those are what I have for you today. So we're going to do some stretching at the end. So first one, we're going to stretch the upper body. So again, chest expansions that we did in the beginning is a nice cool down for what we did. And again, you can kind of move around what feels good for your body. Good. Shake your arms out. Then we will come up, hold the elbow. Oh, there's a screen. There it goes. All right, so hold the elbow, kind of stretch this tricep right in here. Hold that for a few more seconds. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. Good. Shake that out. Then we'll come hold on our forearm. We want to make sure we're not on the elbow or wrist joint. We don't want to hurt those. So again, kind of hold your arm here. You can kind of rotate, see what feels good for your body, what's stretching. And we'll switch sides. Nice. All right, last one. If you want to wrap your fingers, intertwine them together, and just kind of reach behind you and really stretch that back out. You want to lean into it, you can do that. You can kind of twist. Again, see just what feels nice for your body. Good. So we'll shake that out one more time and then we'll go to lower body. So for this one, if you need to hold on to something for balance, we're going to grab our toes. We're going to keep our legs close together. And you can kind of just lean into it just a tiny bit. Make sure you're nice and balanced. Good. And we'll switch sides again. Make sure your legs are close to each other and you can kind of lean forward, lean into that stretch to feel it even more. Good. So next one we do, we'll have a wide stance. And we're going to kind of come into a squat position. You're going to lean to one side, so you should feel that stretch right in your adductor muscles there. Then you can switch to the other side, kind of lean into it there. Kind of go back and forth every few seconds. Good. Last one we have, we're gonna do a staggered stance. And this is gonna stretch our calf. And you're just gonna lean into it, lean forward, shift your weight forward, and you'll feel that stretch in your calf. Good, and we'll swap sides. Lean forward into it. Good, so that is all I have for you all tonight.